Hello everyone and welcome to Around the World on 8 Plates. This is episode 8. That means it's the end of the first season. This is the last episode of the first season. I have a question. When you're driving in the car, do you sometimes feel like you need to fidget? Like, if the traffic is heavy and just waiting for the red light, do you fidget a lot? Fidget. Hey, that reminds me, I need to start filming for episode 8. Alright, when I get home, I'm going to start filming episode 8. For now, remember, when you're in the car, try not to fidget. And welcome once again to Around the World on 8 Plates. So far, we have visited 7 countries for this season. We are going to end this season with episode 8, which is this episode by visiting Oceania, since we have yet to visit that continent. Where in Oceania? Well, let's just first trace the route that led us here. How have we gone around the world so far on 7 plates? We started our journey in the Philippines where we made a chicken congee dish called chicken arroz caldo. Then we headed up north to the UK where we made a full English breakfast fit for a queen. From the UK, we stayed in Europe, but we went south down to Hungary where we made chicken paprikash. Then from Hungary, we went to Central America to another country that starts with an H, Honduras, where we made baleadas. After that, we went to Croatia and we made a salad, an octopus salad. Then we didn't travel far. We went up north a bit to Poland where we made gobki or stuffed cabbage rolls. And then from there, we went to a place where pura vida is a way of life, Costa Rica. And there we made gallo pinto, rice and beans. So where are we going after Costa Rica? To make it truly a trip around the world, and so that we truly circumnavigate the world, we will end the season in a country that is relatively not far from the Philippines, where we started this 8-country journey. So where are we going today? Even if I'm feeling a little fidgety today, I will give you some clues. I'll give you 3 clues. Here's clue number 1. This island nation is made up of 333 islands. But 87% of the population live on only 2 of these islands. Speaking of the population or the people, good segue, right? This island nation is a melting pot of different peoples coexisting together. And when they coexist together, for the most part, they do it peacefully. So, whether you say bula to them early in the morning or namaste in the afternoon or even hello, the locals living there will always give you something to smile about. Clue number 2. The long-time running series Survivor has filmed in this country since 2016. This show, where contestants brave the elements and go hungry, compete with each other on all kinds of challenges, and vote each other off every couple of days until only one winner survives and wins the $1 million prize, has been filmed in our mystery country more times than any other country on Earth. Alright, here's clue number 3. And clue number 3 is a song. And I'm going to sing this song for you guys. Ready or not, here we go. Oh, you're fidgeting? Alright, stop fidgeting. I will stop fidgeting as well. Ready? Alright. Bum bum bum, bum bum bum, bum bum bum, bum bum bum. Sa dedegin na nakauna, koyali tumebanibig. So, what country is this? To really circumnavigate the world, we are going to Fiji. So, what are we going to cook today? Well, since Fiji is an island country, I think it is just fitting for us to cook something with seafood. If Japan is famous for its sashimi, and Peru is famous for its ceviche,
Fiji has its own version of sashimi and ceviche, and it's called Kokoda, and that's what we're going to make today.
So now that we know where we are going, we also know what we are cooking, then I think we need to listen carefully because I hear the clock ticking. What time is it? It's time for cooking.
To understand how to cook Kokoda better, let us quickly learn more about Fiji. Here is a postcard showing us the flag, some basic information, and location of Fiji on a map. Finally, continue reading to find out why cannibalism no longer exists on the island. Alright, before we start the video recipe though, let's list down the ingredients. First, you'll need raw scallops, 350 grams. So usually we use fish, but today let's do something different. We decided to use scallops instead. And then you need 3/4 cup of vinegar, 3/4 cup of coconut cream, 1/2 cup of onion chopped, 2 tomatoes chopped, 1/2 cup of coriander also chopped, 4 spring onions, again chopped, 1 red and 1 yellow bell pepper, both of which diced. You'll need salt and pepper, and you'll need the juice of 1 lemon or lime. Finally, if you want it to be really spicy, you can add chili peppers. So the first thing that you need to do is obviously defrost the scallops. So how do you defrost the scallops? You take a bowl, you put some water, and then you put the scallops inside. So I did it in my car because I was really hungry that day, and I just so happened to have a bowl in my car. Now, if you buy fish or scallops that are raw and they are not frozen, then obviously you do not have to defrost them. So the next thing you need to do is slice the scallops into pieces. You can slice them in half like so. Now, we did it in a park, so we forgot to bring a chopping board. So that's how we sliced the scallops. Sorry for that. Next, marinate the scallops in the vinegar for 30 minutes. Now, while the scallops are being marinated, it's time to chop or slice the vegetables. We started with the red bell peppers, which needed to be diced. The yellow bell pepper needed to be diced as well. For the scallions, they need to be chopped into small pieces. After chopping the green onions or the spring onions, it's time to chop the cilantro or coriander into small pieces. As for the tomato, it needed to be diced. The onion needed to be diced into small pieces as well. Please note that usually for Kokoda, you use red onions. However, there were no more red onions being sold in the market, so we used white onions instead. The difference between red and white is red will give it a more subtle flavor and white will give it a more intense flavor. Now after 30 minutes, it's time to remove the vinegar from the bowl. So you need to separate the scallops from the vinegar. Now squeeze in the juice of 1 lemon. Now combine all the vegetables in the bowl, like so. What's nice about this recipe is that everything is just so colorful. Now add the coconut milk or cream and stir. And finally, season with some salt and of course some pepper. And there you have it, Kokoda or Fijian ceviche. Now let's welcome our special guest, Mr. Shanil Prakash.
To tell you about myself, I'm from Fiji. I came to Taiwan for studying. So in terms of educational background, I'm an undergrad student. I worked in Fiji for like 3 years, and I just felt the need to do my master's. So I always felt like masters should be done internationally. So here I am in Taiwan.
And so your dream is to open your own accounting firm, right? Be the big five.
Maybe that's an ambitious plan, but yeah, just like shoot for the stars, right?
But like, if you could like open an accounting firm and you're the fifth one, how would you set yourself apart from the rest of the companies?
Maybe it would have to be in terms of, it's all about deliverables in accounting, but sometimes you ignore the processes, right? The means does not justify the end, so probably it would be more of less overtime.
Less overtime.
Yeah,
Yeah, everybody's going to be happy about that.
yeah. It's like you don't have to kill the workers in the process, right?
Yeah, you don't have to.
And it's just like do the work that's sustainable for everybody.
Because I think, like health is still very important. Health is more important than
work-life
career.
balance, that's the new trend. That's the Gen Zs and the Millennials want, and that's where baby boomers are doing us wrong. So that's something that the new business should focus on.
I think baby boomers, they're just used to working so hard that if they do something and they don't work hard, they feel that they didn't earn the reward.
Okay, agree to disagree on that.
Now about Fiji, like what are some of the more popular dishes in Fiji?
So to talk about the dishes in Fiji, we would have to talk about the people, right? Because dishes, food evolve around people and culture. So Fiji is considered to be a melting pot of culture because there's like a lot of ethnicity, Chinese, Indian, and the native people, which are called the Itoke. So there's a lot of fusion of food. So Fiji is an island, so there is a lot of seafood, and the natives have their own dishes, the Indian dishes, and it fuses sometimes. So currently, which I am working on, is called Kokoda. So it's basically raw fish. That's the dish, and it's like cooked in vinegar, lemon, and then we put coconut and vegetables and bell pepper, chilies, and lemon for some flavor, and then it's consumed raw.
And how often do you have this back at home?
In Fiji,
Yeah.
people consume. It's not like a special time for it.
Yep.
It's like you can go get it in the streets, and also people make it during Saturdays and Sundays, especially when they're going to church. When they're at home, they make this.
Okay. And okay, what's one thing about Fiji that you want people to know about?
Every place has its distinct imprint. I think Fiji, it has to do with the people. The people are just more friendly, and they're approachable, and you can talk about anything and everything with them.
Okay.
And they're not offended. They're always smiling, and you see them smiling, and they're more welcoming as well.
In case you need it, here is a written recipe of Kokoda. Please feel free to share in the comments how your Kokoda turned out if you decide to make it. I know during this pandemic, it's difficult and dangerous to travel abroad. Fortunately, at least we can taste a bit of Fiji right in the comfort of our own home. If you enjoy the content, please subscribe to get weekly video recipes. Anyway, enough talking, here is a written recipe.
My
Since this is the last episode for this season, there will be a TOEIC mock test instead of the TOEIC practice questions. This time you will take a listening mock test. Please check out the next video for the mock test. Since this is the last episode for the first season, there will be a TOEIC mock test instead of TOEIC practice questions. This time, if you want the answer key and explanation for the mock test, please check out the next video.